Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI. Well, last episode, returning to the hideaway to consider our next steps with Origin, our final destination now hovering in the sky, a load of new quests have appeared as we started with our missives, helping Vivian first of all in an inconvenient truth as we recovered a copy of From a Distance despite the Executor's intervention. We now find out what is up with Torgal.
Gotta do the second missive quest, but now there might be a third missive quest. My god, there is as well. Right, well, let's sort Torgal out and not just leave him. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all this time of late on the rear deck, whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones, indeed.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Well, I guess you go do that hunt as well. Torgal, where are you? You're over there. What's up with the dog?
First the skies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shelves haven't gone bare.
Yes, but how long will it last?
Indeed. Look, wistful dog.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
It's not just Karen that keeps him in nuts after all. Where have you gone, Torgal? I'm following.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Hopefully that's the right destination, Torgal. We've just not gone like straight past where you need us to be. Going to an island? Special island with our special dog. What level are the Akashics over here? Off we go, my faithful companion who now joins me on all the boss fights by the look of it.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
Weird fingers get even going to like new areas.
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
Not really, I just turned around. Also, we're not running. Is this like your secret den place?
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
In a second, though, I want to check out more of this. Got a little den. Some sharp fangs in a box. Thanks for that, Torgal. Is that your baby fangs? Huh. Actually, a way even higher up. Little rope ladder there.
I think I know where we're going. Fetch!
So you deserve some love beforehand, but we'll play fetch instead. A treat. Look at the view.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
A lovely short little quest. Bonds that cannot be broken. Gavel's Fang +1 increases Torgal's attack potency if we want it. Even a legendary king surrounded by the realm's greatest, nice and blessed by the very heaven would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Caval. But this is one we've already got before. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by a faithful friend in the aftermath of the Iron Blood invasion 18 winters past. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Rodney Murdoch. I think we see what's going on now. Small character events. You can go back if you want to. Closure with each character before the end really kicks off. That seems to be it. Well, now I've got that, and now I know there's a hunt to do over here. Let's go beat whatever that is and pick our next quest. Do I do the next one on the missive list to just have the missives done?
Good girl.
I guess the flood isn't actually here, now that I look at it. Further up. More concentrated.
Don't get surrounded.
Right then. A rank hunt.
Be safe.
Where are you at? Ah! Gizamaluk! Ain't no grotto here for you. That's of the serpent, eh?
Harmon's madness lives on.
Damn it. After I got the counter and everything. Seems I'm not hitting you with that unless I can get you into a period you might stand still for a bit more seconds. Which would have been now. I may as well just finish off.
Nice try.
Totally missed. What's that about? I was wondering if I could consume it. Obviously not. How much damage do I need to pump out here? Do you reckon? Oh.
Let's try. Too slow. Let's try.
Oof. Gobbo. And we get a clouded eye. See the pattern on the surface of this spherical gem shift and twist, one would think a churning storm trapped within, though it must surely be a trick of the light.
Rest in peace.
Another A-rank slay. Back to the hideaway. Hoping more hunts will appear as we do more quests, it feels like at this point in time. Seems there are triggers for going to areas. Then having new stuff appear. Another new missive has now appeared. We also reached a renown reward. Way! The missives, they just don't stop. No new quest this time, though. So this should be the Genji Glove, if I'm right in saying.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
Yes, if the... Well, I got it a while back, but look at the renown. If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who see you flourish, herself being one such woman. Go laugh.
All yours.
For the last reward, we get an orchestrion and a fallen enigma.
All done?
Okay. Was what we just got any good? I mean, to be honest, I need to just look at these again and see which ones will be good. Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5% flat. It's a multiplier. The island warriors of the Far East are said to claim a piece of the armor of a slain soldier following a battle, wearing it over their own until the next encounter, which time they finally remove it. The warriors believe that the spirit of the fallen foe will now lend them their strength. It will indeed equip a Genji Glove. More damage. I don't know how much that'll end up to in my stagger combos. Just have to find out. Right, another missive has arrived. Maybe one to finish off what happened there? Yes. Got to find it, hound, and whole again. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. He stepped in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you, but that doesn't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head, rub his belly, and give him a handful of Kupo nuts. Do best to remember that, or good to remember that. Right, making amends. Master Clive, I'm aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves and I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness, Prince Dion.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Tail to tail, eh? So doing Vivian's quest and talking to Harpocrates unlocked the follow-up Harpocrates quest by the look of things. Who knows how many quests are hidden behind quests at this point? I'm sure someone does.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Off to Rickmal's roost. Far, far away. Isla, how close? Well, I guess it's right between the two when you think about it. I'm going to get attacked by another slimy blob again, aren't I? Gonna jump scare me. I'm going to shout loud. Please no. My poor heart can't take it. I wonder where Edda is, by the way. Guess I haven't really looked around the hideaway for her. mean, when you look at this, there's got to be more areas to visit that there might be possible S-rank encounters. I'm assuming that Colosseum-ish type, the arena type area. Further on in Waloed is probably going to be one where I fight something terrible. I'm looking forward to those battles. So I'm kind of hoping that they'll be higher than level 45. It's fun punching up. See, these creatures have increased in overall level then. Alright, let me through. Or give me tons of AP. One of the two. Oh, I tried to just randomly get Barber on instead of do what I really should have done, which is not get bodied by a blue trifle. Well, I broke it, which is something I didn't intend to do. And now I'm confused with my own attack. Oh my goodness, I didn't even have finger. Another one's attacking me now.
Nice try.
Yeah, friends are plenty over here. Ow. You're not hitting the hits I need to hear, am I?
Nice try.
And I'm getting whacked around the place. Two things. Stop trying to attack me randomly, guys coming from far field when I'm just trying to get over to
Seems
here.
this place has been flooded twice over.
This place is full of
Purple
evil
flowers
jellies.
blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'm assuming it's over there then. There it is. Of course, right next to this blooming lindworm. Uh-oh.
Nice try.
Yeah, I regret every time I try to do that.
Too slow. Well done, Torgal.
Really, yeah. This is the opening.
Too slow. Nice try.
Me trying to get better practice with this is not working very well, is it?
Nice try.
What is it that I'm doing that's probably pulling all these monsters? I'm assuming it's, oh god, there's something that's like half HP. Oh, Torgal's killing it. There you go. Okay, job done, I guess.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Harder to get them than I would have thought, though. Just knew there'd be tons of monsters in my way, making sure that I wasn't going to get from point A to point B anywhere near speed. That was not to be allowed. I wonder if doing this quest for Harpocrates will now make a quest for Dion available. Or is this, more to the point, Dion's quest?
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Maybe. Records suggest that the wyvern tail was first cultivated for the purpose of distilling a purple dye from its petals. However, when the tended blooms were discovered to lose their hue over time, gardeners as early as Valisthea made the fateful decision to investigate the practical properties of their roots instead. Yes.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Harpocrates is not sure of this.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. Fare thee well, my friend.
Yeah, that's more about Joshua and origin from him, so that's probably not a bad idea. But after we pull in Dion.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No, only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
I think we got more than one thing for that, though. Maybe. Bahamut's Mercy was what we get apart from that. So the Stolas Quill, Lordsman Harpocrates' best-loved writing implement, whose nib has scribed many a learned tome. Bahamut's Mercy. A gift from the very first Emperor of Sanbreque to his infant son, this ring has graced the hand of every dominant of Bahamut since, the ether it absorbed from the Eikon over the years, aiding the next Imperial Scion in drawing out the full potential of their bloodline. But now the Empire lies in ruin, and that bloodline is broken. So let it be with Bahamut, as was always intended. Uses Gigaflare cooldown time. It's a serious thing we've been given there, isn't it?
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Oh, we do have something about Dion now. Let's go down the list and call it an episode, shall we?
If I may observe.
Your brother is possessed of a rare gift, and I do not mean the flames of the Phoenix. Words, Clive. His findings on Ultima and the Circle of Malleus are worthy of the great Moss himself. Should he choose to devote himself to this path, I hazard he could one day become quite the historian. But not before you and he finish your own story.
Can wait.
After all. Well, that is what it does.
I well recall.
The time I spent at the Imperial Palace instructing the young Prince Dion on the history of our realm. It was quite unlike the ever noble-born children I had taught, not only for the keenness with which he listened, but for the earnestness of his conviction.
He truly believed.
It was the Empire's duty to serve the people, and was determined to study the past that he might not repeat its mistakes, which is the reason why what befell Twinside weighs so heavily on his soul. He must live with the consequences, and I fear it will take more than merely time to heal such wounds.
It will take forgiveness.
Not from you or me, nor his countrymen, nor even from his late father, no.
From himself.
Only then might his flower bloom again.
Ah, yes.
You have arrived at a solution then for Origin. Now I'm asking you about it. Dion will carry us. Feel like I'm playing Yakuza now.
Indeed.
A feat befitting the final act. I congratulate myself that I shall live long enough to see it. A feat in itself for a man of my years. To be serious, it is no small thing to march against fate, Clive. You must be certain of your footing, lest the winds of destiny divert you from your course. Are you certain of your footing, Clive? I am.
Then go.
And do what you must.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Well, we still have to make it that it all hinges on him having the will to actually do the job in the end, is the crazy thing about it all. Right, with no Orichalcum. Yeah. Orichalcum. Orichalcum's fine. What am I trying to change the name? Found thus far, I don't know where to find it to make our special sword, but with so many quests out there, maybe it will come as a reward or two, but now the wall of memories is starting to fill. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots left, and at least as many quests, you could say. Here alone we have 6, and we have another, 3 out in the world? 9? And who knows if more might just pop up in time. So with that said and done, that ends another session, another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. We have faced Ultima in battle. We have all our icons, but the job is still not yet done. After all our quests are complete, we can move on towards Origin, but that will be in the future. Until then, I will say, bye-bye.